She runs the offense, entrusting a freshman to be their playmaker. Outside of the arc is Giardina to the corner. Robiton drives off the glass, no good. Cody fights for it, and Jeremy takes it away. Jeremy driving down, off the bump, lays it in. Spartans 2-0.
Well, in the absence of Franz and Tom, Jesse, the head coach of the Spartans, says, I'm relying on my seniors to pick up their games. We've got to have them play big.
This game will mark the halfway point of the conference season. Both teams at 9 games. There's Faith Sanders crossing the timeline. She's going to drive the lane going right. Dishes to Jeremy off the glass, and it bounces in. Spartans 4-0.
You'll watch and you'll see Carmen Jeremy is very good with that left hand and scoring from the left side of the basket.
We've mentioned that a number of times this year. They get a lot of layups driving left and going up with the left hand. Outside the arc, Claybroom. Skip pass to Ard. She looks to shoot on Warden. 10 on the shot clock. Drive, Blasage. In and out. Tighter with the rebound. Stasia Tighter, top scorer on the team this year for Tampa. Transferring in this year. Finds Rachel Warden. Jeremy loses the ball, and I think Ard's kicked it. Tampa will retain possession, 15 on the shot clock. Tighter averaging 12-6 for the Spartans. Jeremy 11-4, 2 in double digits. Tighter with the jumper. Bounces around, no good. Rebound, Fuchs Robiton. Free throw line, driving the lane. Claybroom fouled on the way up. Foul will be on Lauren Cody.
Well, that's one of the things that I know Tom Jesse doesn't want to see. You don't want to see your other center, the lone 6'3" type player on the roster, getting into early foul trouble. It's just her first, but we're just 2 minutes into the game.
First free throw good by Claybroom, and it's 4-1. 8:04 to go first quarter. Knocks them both down. Warden across the timeline. Rachel Warden, third in the conference at three-point percentage. And Tighter missing the shot. Pass inside. Claybroom turns around, blocked out of bounds by Cody. That's what Cody, I think, has to do is not foul, but be a presence.
Yeah, Cody is not a big-time scorer, but she can play defense. She has size at 6'3" and long arms.
Top of the key on the drive. Giardina spins in the lane. Throws an elbow out on Sanders. No call. We go to the other way.
That's a clear out in most leagues.
Jeremy back out to Cody. She's going to drive. Kicks it out to Warden. Three-pointer. Doesn't go. Ards in the lane. Kicks it back out. Finds Claybroom. Pumps. Fires off Cody. Blocked. Ards gets the board. Jumper on the way. Blasage. And rebound to Sanders. Tampa 4. Florida Southern 2. Karma Jeremy up top. Bounces into Sanders. Gets a little pressure and foul by Blasage on the reach in. Substitution coming in. Marta Aranda coming in from Spain, one of 3 players on the roster, not from the United States. Bounce pass into Cody. Nice job by Jeremy to see that one.
Very nice. Blasage, by the way, has sat down after picking up her first personal foul. She had a great week, made all 15 of her free throw attempts during those 2 games that they won last week.
Giardina, top of the key, guarded by Sanders. Drives on Sanders. Foul called on Faith Sanders for the reach. Kind of looks like Florida Southern's looking to take a 3, but the Spartans have been right out there with them.
Yeah. Good perimeter defense. Let's see how they defend the inbound play here.
Cheyenne Williamson into the lineup now. She has the ball. She is a freshman from Clearwater. Went to Clearwater High. She's a tornado. Tighter, hands off to Sanders. Cody off the pick. Rolls, Sanders drives, puts it up with the left hand, fouled on her way in. Shooting foul, she will go to the line.
Well, Tom Jesse had mentioned that after Molly Franzen went down with the injury, the body language on his team wasn't good. It seemed like they lost a little spirit in the loss to Rollins, and then they did not play well necessarily in the next game. And so he wanted to see his team come out and play with a little bit of a sense of urgency. And tonight, I think they've done that so far.
So far, yep. 7-2, Tampa up. Sanders hitting that one.
And again, this is a good team. You know, Fuse Robertson averages 18 points a game. Giardina, 17 and a half. They've got people who...
Elsa Landberg in the lineup. She's a 5'5" sophomore from Bromma, Sweden. Jeremy outside. Tighter with a long three. Off the rim, no good. I'm going to have to check with our spotter here tonight, John Anderson. Got a couple players from Sweden. Are we pronouncing those names correctly?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
John's been to Sweden a number of times, checking out his roots. Visiting us from Rockford, Illinois this week. Warden across the timeline to Jeremy. 8-2, Spartans up. Pass inside to Cody. Tries to dip under the basket, misses on the reverse layup, but gets her own board and kicks it back out. Sanders. Inside to Tighter. Triple team, finds Jeremy. Jeremy off the glass, rolls it in.
Again, nice baseline move right there. This is a good defensive team, as you mentioned, but so far the Spartans with excellent spacing, ball movement, finding the open players with the nice passes.
10-2, Tampa up. Long three on the way. Almost airballed it. Fighting for it, and I think it went off. Williamson. Nope, they say it's going to be Florida Southern ball. And we are at the under 5 timeout with the score, Tampa 10, Florida Southern 2. You're watching this game on the Sunshine State Digital Conference.
Well, some of our fine sponsors here at the University of Tampa, Mr. Empanada. The beauty of the empanada is in its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that's cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Our empanadas are a culinary treat with 10 locations around the city. Enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. Another of our sponsors is DP Dough. They deliver cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including UT, for calzones, wings, and breadsticks. Order online at dpdough.com. They're open late. And Tropical Smoothie Cafe's menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal, all made to order from the freshest ingredients. Our toasted wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and bowls are made fresh with quality meats and cheeses, fresh produce, and flavorful sauces, located downtown at 200 North Tampa, just around the corner from UT. Well, you know, it's interesting. You said you watched some games
Yes.
this week from the Florida Southern
Yes.
calling the game. I remember calling the games last year, and I was told that it was Blosage.
Yes.
And I'm seeing that on their website that would be the pronunciation.
Correct.
Blosage. But you said their Florida State person didn't necessarily.
It was the Rollins game.
The Rollins
announcers.
so the Rollins
Yes.
announcer. Okay, well that explains it.
Okay,
then,
Blosage.
Yeah, Blosage it is then. I
Yes.
thought I remembered that. And then Fuse Robertson, I remembered that from last year too, because I was saying Fuchs all day long.
Yep.
And then it was like, oh, wait a minute, it's Fuse. So anyway, we apologize if we're trying to sort this out. I think we've got it now.
We're set. Warden missing. Rebound. Coming back the other way. Rebound by Aranda. Top of the key. Landberg. 10-2, Tampa on top. Driving the lane. Fuse Robertson. Fouled on her way in. Foul is called.
She's from Austria, from Vienna.
Yeah.
That's where she grew up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Foul is on Karma Jeremy.
Sunshine State Conference has players from all over the world.
Everywhere.
It's interesting, isn't
Yep.
it? For D2 programs, you don't always expect that. And not demeaning the D2 program.
No.
I'm just saying that a lot of times the D1 schools might have, recruiting budgets, whereas D2 is basically word of mouth and friends and so forth.
From what I've heard in talking to some of the coaches, is international players will put the word out that they're looking for a U.S. school. So it's not that they're heavily scouted because of budgets or anything. The word is out, and they're sending video.
Nice. That is the world we live in now.
Yes. Coming back the other way. Giardina drives, puts it on a hip, throws it up, no good. Rebound up and in by Fuse Robiton.
That didn't go in.
It did not go in.
No, it
Fouled
almost
on the
did.
way up.
Yeah. Rolled out at the last second.
Stays 10-4. Emily Ashu in the lineup for Tampa. Ashu is a 5'8 junior from Naperville, Illinois. Played at Bradley for 2 years. Spartans with a couple three-point threats in Ashu and Warden on the court.
Oh, yeah. And again, that should prove effective if they can keep that good spacing they've had so far.
Jeremy finds Titer. Ashu looks to drive, kicks it out to Jeremy. She's going to pop in the lane, no good. And a nice rebound by Fuse Robiton. That's rebound 5 already.
Wow. Working on a double-double here.
4 points, 5 boards already. Jumper on the way outside the arc. Giardina, no good. Neither team connecting from 3 yet. Fuse Robiton, little step in, missed it. Jeremy boards. Titer looking to break through the lane, can't. Back out to Warden. Ashu pick from Cody. She unloads a 3, no good. Into the hands of Williamson, come back the other way. Giardina looks to drive. And charge is called. She plowed into his shoe, and they knocked her down. Third foul on Florida Southern. Spartans with 4. Griffin Dempsey into the Spartan lineup. Griffin, a senior from Huntington, West Virginia, a transfer from UNC Charlotte.
Also, Aaliyah Abney is into the lineup now for Tampa. Rachel Wharton getting a breather.
And that one just passed to the wrong person. Drive, fakes. Stolen by the Spartans. Out of bounds, though. And it will stay Florida Southern's ball. Aaliyah Abney is a 5'8 sophomore from Orlando, Florida. One of 3 Spartan players from Orlando, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior.
We talk about Fuse Robiton being a good offensive player, leading her team in scoring. She's been the SSC Defensive Player of the Week 3 times this season. She's tough.
Well, you can tell she runs the floor well.
Yeah.
Foul called. Off the ball. Well, maybe not a foul, but they just stopped play.
I think maybe the shot clock had not reset. So it was on 30 when I looked up there, so I think they just reset that to 24.
Dempsey hands it off to Jeremy. Minute and a half left, first quarter. Behind the back pass to Titer. Nowhere to go. Comes back out to Jeremy, inside to Cody. Cody, a little stutter step off the glass, no good. Jaira Ards to the other end. Bounce pass. Blasage. Fouled by Titer.
Spartans are in a little bit of a rough spot right now offensively. What came easily at the start it's been over 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, and they've missed their last 5 shots from the field.
The saving grace is Florida Southern hasn't scored for 2:06.
All right.
But that streak ends with that free throw. Florida Southern, though, has yet to make a basket.
How about that?
They're
7
7
free
of
throws.
7 from the free throw line.
Wow. 0 for 15.
Yeah.
Wow. They have had some offensive rebounds, giving themselves extra opportunities.
And they're only down 2.
Yeah.
Under a minute, first quarter, 10-8. Tampa leads, had a 10-2 lead. Almost a steal. Abney. 10 now on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. Jeremy looks to drive. Bounce pass into Cody off her hands and goes out of bounds. And the turnover, 38 seconds to go. They will have to shoot before the quarter ends.
Good idea, just didn't execute. Yeah, Tampa should end up with the ball for the final shot.
Fuse Robiton. Aranda. Giardina drives.
That's Steps.
Oh, that's not Giardina. Sorry, that's Blasage. And she traveled.
Didn't get the ball down before she took a couple of steps. And yes, Tampa should have the final shot here.
15 seconds to go in the quarter. Tampa by 2. Bounce into Tighter. Free throw line jumper. Off the glass, no good. Fighting for it is Jeremy. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Dempsey with a long 3, in and out.
Wow. Good offensive rebound there. Gave the Spartans a chance.
All right, we've made it to the end of the first quarter, a low-scoring quarter. It is Tampa 10, Florida Southern 8. Tampa has hit 4 of 15. Florida Southern is 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
And 0 for 15 in the quarter from the floor.
And they're down 2.
Wow, that's kind of a scary proposition.
This is the Sunshine State Digital Network.
And whether you're a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy food, our meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that will fuel your active lifestyle. We're talking about Rebuilt Meals. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. Clean Eats, a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue and open until 7. They're a sponsor of UT Athletics. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. And Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, we offer a sub above with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
It's not often you shoot 26.7% and you're shooting way better than the other team.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. So I guess what you say there is that's a pretty good defensive quarter for Tampa. I mean, you've held them without a field goal. That ties a franchise record, I think, a school record.
It can't be beaten.
No, it can't be beaten. And I would think in 15 attempts, that's got to be among the most of a scoreless or field goalless quarter.
So we go to the second quarter. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn with the game. Men's game coming up at 7:30.
Yeah. Spartans looking to get back on track in the men's.
Both the men's and women's teams had difficult times on the road the last 2 games. Inside to Cody, little step. Oh, won't fall. Tampa had a 10-2 lead. And there ties it up. There's your first basket of the game for Florida Southern.
Almost 10 and a half minutes into this one.
And a steal. Come back the other way. Oh, it's Sanders tripped up. Fuse Robiton. Faith Sanders with 2 fouls, and quickly into the lineup is Griffin Dempsey. And Karma Jeremy, a couple substitutions.
Well, Tom Jesse's not happy about the turnovers. In a game against the best team in the conference, you cannot afford to make lackadaisical passes and lackadaisical plays.
Eshu with the ball across the timeline. Dempsey, pick from Cody. 10 on the shot clock. Jeremy, tighter, 3-pointer, good. First 3-pointer of the game for either team, and Tampa takes a 13-10 lead. Bounce pass inside to Claybroom. She goes back outside. Fuse Robiton. Steal by Jeremy. Oh, taken back, though. Back to Fuse Robiton. Pump fake. Up. Missed it. And Jeremy boards. Jeremy is giving Fuse Robiton a run for her money. And they've actually got her. They've got them guarding each other at the moment. Inside to Cody. Little give and go with Titer. Titer with a jumper off the front of the rim. Top of the key, Blasic with the ball. Fuse Robiton, free throw line, comes back out. Ards drives the lane, a little runner off the glass, no good, Cody boards.
That was a really nice job defensively by Cody. She showed on a switch and then stepped back and got the good defensive rebound position.
Titer outside the arc. And a steal. We come back the other way with Aranda. Lobs it into Fuse Robiton, fouled by Dempsey. Spartans being a little careless with the ball the last couple times down.
Well, you look and you wonder where the offense will come from when Molly Franzen is out. And again, Molly, was not the leading scorer on the team, but she was certainly a key component. And I think, you're going to see Lauren Titer maybe even become more of a focus in the offense.
Yep.
Certainly Karma Jeremy.
Ashu.
And Ashu. And I think actually Lauren Cody. I mean, she's only had 2 double-figure scoring games this season, but she is capable, and she has the size. And she's had opportunities even in this game.
A lot of it has been matchups.
Yep.
13-11. Cody with the pick up high. Right now, if either team gets hot, they can make a good run. Titer with 10 on the clock. Inside to Cody. Reaching, foul called on Claybrook. Just the first foul on Claybrook. Spartans will inbound. That's Dempsey. Ashu setting a pick. Still looking. Lobs it out to Jeremy. Spins in the lane. Off the glass. Nice move.
Yeah.
Karma Jeremy.
Tom Jesse might want to just open up the lane and let Karma go on one-on-one like that.
Yep.
She's tough to defend.
Back outside. Giardina. Long jumper on the way. Giardina hits it. With Franzen being out, it almost puts Karma Jeremy back into the situation like last year where she was the center.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Cody will play center when she's in the game, but you definitely can
more of a down low.
Yeah, you can definitely post up Karma Jeremy, as you see right here.
Oh, but Fuse Robiton saw it coming and makes the steal.
Yep.
She's a heady ball player.
Yeah.
15-13, Tampa up. Driving the lane, kicks back out. Blasic hits it. Three-pointer, and first lead of the game for the Moccasins.
They were down 10-2. They've had a nice run since.
Dempsey has the ball bobbled away. She gets it back. Jeremy, nice bounce pass into Cody. Spins in the lane. Didn't get it up above the rim, though. 16-15, Florida Southern in the lead. Nice drive. By the way, Scott, the net is up.
I noticed. Our old friend, the net on the left side, is up again. Tom Jesse
every game, at least once.
Yep.
Tom Jesse wants a timeout before we get to the under 5. Tampa trailing now 16-15. This is TampaSpartans.tv and the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Another fine sponsor of UT Athletics is Marriott Courtyard. Courtyard by Marriott, simply refreshing. Located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa, an official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics. And it is 6 o'clock. That's dinner time. And hey, the students are back on campus.
They are.
Yes. I almost couldn't get through. There's so many kids walking.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
What if you're going to have pizza? You
gotta wash it down.
Got to wash it down. How about grabbing a Pepsi, the official Spartan soft drink? That is the perfect meal, in my opinion.
This is true. This is true. And that may be what we get between games.
Oh, my goodness. Let's hope so.
So the Spartans off to a big run.
There will be no post-game show today because we're heading for the pizza.
Pizza. But by the way, at halftime, Justin Pekka, Associate Men's head coach, will be here to preview the game against the Moccasin men.
Unless he hears there's pizza.
Yes, that's true. Cody rebounds. Jump ball, good call. As Williamson got the hands on Cody, jumping up with the shot. And the possession arrow gives it to the Moccasins.
And again, Lauren Cody's had a couple of really nice scoring games. She was 7 of 9 from the floor, scoring 16 points against Southern Wesleyan. That's her season high. Against Lynn, she was 6 of 8 from the floor and scored 14. Very capable of doing it. Her size is going to help her, and now she's going to get minutes, no question.
Right inside, Fuse Robiton makes it look easy. Left-handed going up and in there.
She had a nice low post position, and she knew right where she was and just came around with the left, kind of a little semi-hook.
18-15. Moccasins now by 3. Abney to Jeremy. Tries to cut between, does, and scores.
Right between two defenders. Wow. Nice drive, Karma Jeremy.
Lead cut to 1, 18-17 now. And a reach-in foul on Abney.
Yeah, that Karma Jeremy, 4-year starter, and you can see she's not about to let her senior season go to waste. Obviously, every player on that Spartans team feels bad about Molly Franzen, who missed all of last season with a knee injury.
Inside, Fuse Robiton pivots off the glass, and gravity knocks that one down, 20-17.
What goes up must come down, and that one did, right through the hoop.
Tighter. Abney loses it, gets it back. Cody's going to drive the lane. Williamson pushes her out. Abney back out. Cody, a little mid-range jumper, misses it. Rebound, Tighter up and in. 20-19.
Stasia Tighter, of course, played 2 years at Georgia State University, D1. She's been a huge addition this year. Leading scorer on the Spartans. Boy, nice backdoor pass. Wow.
22-19, 3:40 to go, first half.
Fuse Robiton's really the leader on this team. She threw a beautiful bounce pass to the backdoor cutter, Blasic, who laid it in. She now has 7. So, again, the Spartans did a great job defensively early, and just as importantly, Florida Southern missed a lot of shots right at the basket. They went 0 for 15 in the first quarter. Not all of them were because of great defense.
Right.
Now they're starting to make those baskets right at the rim.
Rachel Warden back in the lineup for the Spartans. Hands it off to Abney. Bounce pass, Jeremy. Finds Cody. Cody on Williamson. Off the glass, up, and won't fall. Williamson rips it down. Ard with a drive, layup and in. And Tom Jesse says that's enough for now. 3:12 to go in the quarter. Biggest lead of the game for Florida Southern, 24-19. And we will take a timeout. This is the Sunshine State Digital Network.
If you are coming. MartsFirstClass.com.
24-19, Florida Southern leading Tampa. As we mentioned, Tampa off to a 10-2 start. They've been outscored 22-9 since then.
And again, you know, this is a big game for Florida Southern to keep them in first place in the SSC. But how about Tampa? They're one of 5 teams tied for third at 5-4 in conference. You can drop a long way if you don't
Yes.
win.
Spartans give up the ball. Under 3 minutes to go.
Tom Jesse's lobbying for a foul here. He has to be careful. He might end up with a technical foul. He's still upset. He thought that instead of the tie up there that Rachel Warden was hammered on the arm. No whistle.
Ards with the ball. Guarded by Warden. 10 on the shot clock. Nice steal by Jeremy. Back into the hands, though, of Ards.
Only 5 to shoot.
5.
Yeah.
3 on the way. Off the front of the rim into the hands of Titer. A shoe. Nice job seeing defense come at her. Can't get it to fall, though, and Ards dashes down to the other end. Slaloms her way between a couple Spartans.
That's actually,
comes to a stop.
I'm sorry, Jack, that's actually Julia McClure who has checked in. 0-0.
You're right.
Who missed that shot.
The blondes with ponytail
Yes,
threw me.
I tell you what, I understand that. I had to look twice.
2 minutes to go in the half. 10 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Ards jumper. Good.
Oh, my. It's a 2.
26-19.
McClure, by the way, we haven't talked a lot about her throughout the season, but she's from Secaucus, New Jersey. She was the New Jersey Volleyball Player of the Year.
Wow.
Excellent athlete.
Nice drive by Titer. Won't go. Rebound McClure, but the pass won't come out. Giardina racing to the other end. Fuse Robertson lays it up, and it is a 9-point lead, and Tom Jesse stops play again.
Well, again, they're making a lot of their shots. I think they've made 6 of their last 7 now, if I'm not mistaken. And meantime, the Spartans have gone over 2.5 minutes again with yet another scoring drought. So what started out so promising, suddenly not so promising, is the SSC leading Moccasins of FSC have a 9-point advantage.
Well, the Moccasins at one point were 0 for 15. They are 9 for 14 since that point. So
that'll get your
found the
field
rim.
goal percentage up. Yep. It's only up to 31%. The Spartans still out shooting them at 32-31, but that's not the story right now.
Well, free throws the big difference in the game. 9 of 10 from the line for Florida Southern. Spartans are 2 of 2.
Along with turnovers, the Spartans have 6. The Moccasins with only 2, and those 6 turnovers are driving Tom Jesse just bonkers.
And there's another one. Driving the lane, Aranda puts it up and in, and it is a double-digit lead.
Aranda from Spain showing a nice, strong move to the hoop there after the takeaway. Well, you give the Moccasins a lot of credit. Their defensive intensity has really stepped up since those opening minutes.
And another turnover. Sloppy ball handling there by the Spartans. Lost that one. Inside. Turning around. Claybrook has a block by Cody. She's called for the foul.
And that's her second.
30-19. Florida Southern in the lead. This is a 10-0 run in the last 3 minutes. Claybrook knocks it down. They are 10 of 11 from the line today.
Yeah. One of the things that's hurting Tampa, and again in the absence of Molly Franzen and Cody are different kind of players. They're both tall. They're both centers. They're both posts. But Molly Franzen had a different skill set down low and could score right at the basket. And that really Cody has shown to this point to be more defensive minded and not necessarily the great finisher that Franzen was.
McClure to Dempsey, 10 on the shot clock, 15 now on the game clock in the half. Jeremy with 5, somebody's got to shoot, pass taken away. And did they get Cody on it? No, Cody will get the shot.
Claybrook, I think, was called maybe for holding as Cody was cutting back door there to try to get that pass. I think that the Spartans might have got fortunate there. Looked like possibly another clean steal.
Just under 10 seconds. Pass into Titer. Little pump fake. Shot off the rim. No good. Rebound Fuse Robertson. She looks up. Sees 5 on the shot clock. The game clock. 2, 1. Hits the shot at the buzzer. Fuse Roberton knocks down a 3 at the buzzer, and Florida Southern goes into a halftime lead of 34-19 over Tampa.
Well, that's the worst possible thing that could have happened for the Spartans. Not only did they not get the points at their offensive end, but they took the shot too early, giving Fuse Roberton a chance to dribble, get an open look, no less, and knock down the 3. And you knew it was going in, didn't you? I mean, the way things have gone here, the last half, the second quarter and on, you just knew that shot was going to be good.
All right, a couple quick stats in the game. Spartans are shooting 29%, and Florida Southern at 35% of the game. Fuse Roberton at 14 points, 4 of 8. Leading scorer for the Spartans is Karma Jeremy with 10 points. Joining me, Justin Pekka. Justin Pekka, Associate Men's Head Basketball Coach. And
how are you?
Good. Well, you got to be glad to be home.
Yeah, we're glad to be home. We wish we were healthy, but we're home.
All right, tell me about the health problems. I mean, you lost the 2 games on the road. You come home for 1 game and go back on the road for 2 games. Scheduling is not nice to you right now.
No, it's not too nice, but it's the way the cookie crumbles. But we got to take care of business. We should have had 1 on the road. We lost at Rollins at the buzzer.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was a tough one. And then we didn't really come to play against Florida Tech. It wasn't our best showing. So without Duke Shelton, it makes a big difference.
What's his status?
He's going to be at least another week.
Really?
Yeah, he sprained his ankle.
And how's Nick?
Big Nick's all right. He hurt his thumb, but he's okay.
Okay.
He'll be playing tonight.
Okay.
He can stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll try to play.
All right, let me ask you about Florida Southern. They score a lot of points. They give up a lot of points.
Yeah, they like to run.
Another team in the conference that likes to run, huh?
They love to run. Yeah, they have some really good players. Number 11's really tough, lefty. Brett Hansen. Jack Roush is really good. We looked at he came on a visit. We looked at recruiting him. And
4 guys in double-digit scorers, so they've got some players who can put points up.
Yeah, they're really good. They've added some really good new pieces. So, the records don't really mean much at this point. If you look at our record, too, we lost a couple of games at the buzzer down the stretch. Same thing with Southern. They lost in double overtime the other night to Rollins. So they're a really good team, too. I mean,
this will end the first half of the conference schedule, and then you've got 9
flying
games.
by.
Yeah, it is. No doubt
Flying
about
by.
that. Is it a chance to reset, or is it just you just continue on?
Yeah, the second time around is always different, because you've seen everybody. You know what they run. You know their new players. So there won't be as many surprises. So the scouting report will be obviously important, and it's real important to run our stuff and play the way we're supposed to play.
How about the first half of the season, though? Anything surprising about the Sunshine State Conference to this point?
Well, Nova's obviously a surprise just because of their record last year, but Coach Crutchfield does a good job, and he's implemented his system very, very quickly. So that's probably the biggest surprise so far. But yeah, I mean, everybody's pretty much the same. I mean, if you look at the standings there, everybody's could beat anybody. So right now we're trying to make it to the tournament. That's our goal. Definitely,
though. Buzzer beaters have not been nice to you this year.
Yeah, it's we haven't had luck on our side, but we put ourselves in position to win games, and that's what you try to do. Ball's got to bounce the right way, and we need to do a better job of some things down the stretch.
Any changes in the lineup tonight now with Duke out, Nick in, Anthony Gamble?
Well, there's no guarantee that Big Nick will get the start. We may go small.
Okay, you did last game.
We did last game. We may stick with that. It's a different look for us. Lets us play another guard. So,
all right,
we'll see.
All right, game time 7:30 or about a half hour after this game, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
Justin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll have that game at 7:30. At the conclusion of the women's game, women though trailing 34-19. And they need to make some hay in the second half. We'll take a timeout, come back just before the start of the second half. This is the Sunshine State Digital Network. And we're just about ready for the start of the second half. University of Tampa Spartans against the Florida Southern Moccasins. I guess you could say it was a tale of two quarters.
Yeah.
As the Spartans jumped out to a 10-2 lead. Florida Southern did not make a field goal in the first quarter. And now they lead the Spartans 34-19 at half.
It's amazing. They've come back. They're now shooting 36%. And they were, 11 of 16 in the second quarter after 0 of 15 in the first. So the Spartans have to get to work on both ends of the court now.
Second half underway. Spartans going right to left in the white jerseys. Original starters in for both teams. Jeremy spins in the lane. Would not have wanted to be in the Tampa locker room.
No.
At halftime.
And Tom Jesse, who has been lobbying for some more whistles on foul calls from Florida Southern, did get a quick whistle here, just 17 seconds in on the drive. We'll see if they try to even out the whistle calls. And again, I'm not saying anything about that. But.
Tighter, nice drive, hits it.
Well, and Tighter really needs to have a better half. She was just 2 of 10 from the floor in the first half, along with Lauren Cody at 1 for 7. Those two are key players. They've got to be more productive.
And the other thing that happened is some players who normally get you points for the Spartans didn't get the points they've been known to get.
Yeah. And we're not talking about Karma Jeremy, who was 5 for 6 and got a steal there.
She's got Sanders behind her if she needs it, drives and puts it in. Spartans with 4 quick points to start the half. 34-23. Ards with the ball.
And look who's done this, the 3 seniors
that
we were talking about. Tighter.
Fuse Robertson, Jeremy guarding her.
And Sanders. Those 3 seniors, they've stepped up here early on.
Jump shot no good. Jeremy tries to track it down. Fuse Robertson gets it, goes out of bounds, and I think they're saying it was
a foul. Yeah.
Foul. Okay, foul on Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy went after it a little bit late, tried aggressive play, but just got to it too late. Bumped the body, knocked her down, and that's a foul.
Second foul. Jump shot on the way by Blasage. And rebound to Tampa. Warden, Tighter. Warden only took 2 shots in the half. She's known to knock down her threes, but hasn't had the opportunity. Tipped out of bounds, it'll be Tampa ball.
And you're right, and that's because Florida Southern has closed out on her. Every time she's got the ball, she's not had an open look. So that's not on Rachel Warden as much as it is good defense by the Moccasins.
Tighter. Need Faith Sanders to get a few points for the Spartans here, too.
See how quickly that closeout came?
Yep.
Really good defense there by Ards.
And a foul called as Warden put up a shot at the end of the shot clock, and she'll go to the line.
Betsy Harris is pleading with the official, saying she traveled first.
Might have.
Maybe. Wasn't whistle. Everything evens out.
They didn't ask me for the call.
Nope. You just call them. You call them as you see them.
But
literally.
Mine aren't official.
That's right.
Warden knocks down the first one. That is her first point of the night.
Wow.
Averages almost 8. Has had some big games recently with the 3-point shot. Spartans with 6 quick points to start the half have cut it to 9. Looking to go inside, Giardina to Blasage. Jump shot by Claiborne, and she knocks it down. That's her 7th point of the night, 36-25. First point of the half for Florida Southern. Tighter. Hands off to Warden. Outside, Warden finds Tighter. 3 on the way. Knocks it down. Spartans men's game coming up at 7:30 after this one. About 30 minutes after this one. Oh, the way this game is moving, it may be more than 30 minutes.
Tighter, by the way, has hit her first 3 shots here in the second half after that 2 of 10 first half.
There's an air ball. Can the Spartans get it? No, Fuse Robertson saves it. Claiborne off the glass. Rebound, Tighter. So Tighter exerting her dominance here in the second half.
Yeah. 7th rebound for Tighter as well.
Into Cody. Skips it over to Warden. She directs a little traffic.
To your point, Warden, the last game we called here at UT, she scored 26 and made 6 of 9 from downtown against Palm Beach Atlantic.
Jeremy fading away on the shot inside. It just wouldn't fall.
She also had that 7 of 9 three-point game against Lynn when she scored 23. But that 26 against PBA was a career high.
Pass inside, Fuse Robertson, way too easy. Got a little inside position on Jeremy, and she knocked it home. Point number 16.
The next game, however, at Rollins, she did not score. She was 0 of 7 from the floor and missed all 6 of her three-point tries. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag lately for Rachel Warden.
Tighter goes inside. Might have wanted to settle for the little jumper there.
Or one more dribble.
Yeah.
She would have had the easy layup at that point. She'd made up her mind to step through.
10-point deficit for Tampa.
Still a lot of time, though, Jack.
Inside to Fuse Robertson on Jeremy. Turns around, lays it in.
Well, Fuse Robertson has the height advantage. Over
Jeremy will play tough defense,
yeah.
But about 4 inches shorter and a very athletic Fuse Robertson.
Yeah, Fuse Robertson is 6'1". Jeremy 5'8", so yeah, that's a good 4 or 5 inches.
Jeremy, elbow, pivots, comes out, under 10 on the shot clock. Warden, 5 on the shot clock. Tighter's going to have to shoot. Shovels it to Warden. Launches a 3, no good. Rebound, Claiborne.
Yeah, and Rachel Warden did a nice job just to get the shot away, knowing that the shot clock was about to expire.
Frustrating game for the Spartans right now. They trail by 12.
Spartans came out strong, but they've now missed their last 4 shots over the last 2.5 minutes.
Knocks that one down. (42-28). So the gains the Spartans made early in the half have dissipated. Inside to Cody. Back out to Sanders. She's going to pop from 12, in and out. Ards holds the ball between the circles. Can you say between the circles anymore now that they don't have the free throw circle?
I think you can.
All right.
I would say so.
And it's the under 5 timeout. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. It is Florida Southern 42, Tampa 28, right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
One of the fine sponsors of Spartans Athletics is the Campus Bookstore. The Barnes & Noble Campus Store has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, first floor. Open Monday through Saturday, or shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. Walter's Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. The Press Box at 222 South Dale Mabry in Tampa. And Embassy Suites downtown, right in the heart of downtown, just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa.
Next up for the Spartans, after this game, it's on the road again. They were on the road for 2 games. Come back home tonight, go on the road for 2 more games after this. They are at Rollins and at Florida. I take that back. They are at Lynn and at Eckerd after this. Though they do have the luxury, and hopefully still in a good position, of having 5 of their final 6 games at home.
Well, and then they play at Florida Southern and Berry to end the season, however. So that's a tough stretch. But, yeah, 4 straight home games, so hopefully they're still in the thick of things starting January 27th through February 7th. That's 4 straight home games.
Sanders with the ball for the Spartans. Into the Florida Southern lineup is Elsa Landberg, played in the first half. Pass into Jeremy. Tighter jumper from the elbow, knocks it down.
Really nice spacing and a great passing right there. And it started actually with Abney finding the backdoor cutter. Still a lot of time. Tighter, by the way, with 14 points now.
She's turned it around here in the second half. Jumper missed by Giardina, but a foul called on the rebound, and the Spartans will get the ball.
Yeah, Landsberg was whistled for going over the back of Rachel Warden, who did a pretty nice job of boxing out.
Across the timeline, Rachel Ward, Landsberg guarding her. Tighter, Sanders. Back to Tighter, posting up in the lane, off the glass and in.
Wow, she's up to 16 points now. And again, has really done a nice job here in the second half offensively. 4 out of 5 from the field overall.
Landsberg directing traffic. Wants Aranda on the other side.
Check that, actually 5 out of 6 after that make.
Fuse Robertson drives the lane, lefty layup, no good, Jeremy Boards.
Well, certainly the Moccasins are giving the Spartans a chance by missing some shots. Now, if the Spartans continue to execute, they can get this down to single digits right here, and there's still a lot of time.
Oh, tried to push it inside. Spartans, I think, get bailed out with a foul call. Four fouls, team fouls, on Florida Southern. Women's basketball, you shoot after 5 or on the 5th, and then they reset it every quarter.
Right. Giardina, by the way, picking up her second foul there.
Abney working in the lane, back to Tighter. Sanders with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. It was a 15-point halftime deficit. It's 10 right now. Abney kicks it to Sanders. Inside the arc. Won't go. Fighting for it. Fuse Robertson rebounds.
Fuse Robertson now with a double-double already. That's her 11th rebound.
Wow. Carry on Giardina. Little stutter step, and to accelerate, she put her hand under the ball. Carried it. Spartans have it. Come back the other way. Warden calls out the play. Nice little give and go to Sanders. Pumps up and the lead is 8.
First field goal for Sanders. They need to get her off a little bit.
Only the third shot she's made or taken in this game. Foul underneath on Aaliyah Abney, her second. Just 2 on Tampa this quarter.
You know, you've got it down to single digits. Just continue. You got a minute left in the quarter and a whole fourth quarter to go. Spartans still have life.
Tampa shot well this half. They're 6 of 11. Just need a couple stops and continue what they're doing. Jeremy just runs over Ards like a bowling pin. And that is 3 on Karma Jeremy. We hope not a big concern, but one more too soon. Tom Jesse got the aforementioned technical. He's working on a second one if he doesn't sit down.
Well, be careful. He has to walk away. And
that time the official was smart. He walked away, then Tom said a few more things, and the official stopped, turned around, and
Tom Jesse gathers his team around as the free throw is going to be attempted here momentarily by Blasic. By the way, this is the 10th double-double of the season for Fuse Robertson.
Really?
She is really good. She's scored in double figures every game. This is her 10th double-figure rebounding game.
Blasic from the free throw line. Hits them both.
Well, I think that was a frustration tee.
Yeah.
His team has battled back, getting tightening it, getting closer and closer. But
Not sure what he was upset about other than, like you said, frustration, because Karma Jeremy did really roll right over Ards.
I thought I heard the PA announcer say it was the third foul on Jeremy, and you, I think.
That's what they're showing on the board here.
On the board, but the stats monitor only has her with 2. But I think it hasn't. They did
maybe
not
hasn't updated.
Yeah, I don't think it's updated. So I brought up something that I probably shouldn't have had to worry about. But it only says 2 on the stats monitor, so I'll keep an eye on that for you.
Well, we'll go with that for now. Till we're told otherwise. 44-34, 35 seconds to go in the half. In the third quarter, I should say.
Boy, Ards with just intense pressure defense out front.
Warden fakes the 3, drives the lane to Jeremy. 5 on the shot clock. Dishes to Titer. Pump fake. Shot good.
I initially thought Titer should have shot the shot when she was open, but she took one dribble in and ended up making a tougher shot, but she did make it. And again, back to single digits. Can they make the stop here and be single digits?
10. Last shot coming up. Driving the lane. Blasic lays it in with 2 seconds. That's going to be the end of the quarter.
Well, that was not a great finish defensively for the Spartans.
All right, 36 for Tampa, 46 for Florida Southern. Tampa did outscore them by 5 in the quarter, so they whittled away at it, but gave up that last-second shot. That's the interesting thing about women's college basketball. You get 4 last-second opportunities.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Founded by firemen. The Bay Harbor Hotel is located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa. It offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway. And again, let's give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Drs. Selman and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa.
10 minutes to go, 46-36, Tampa trailing. Spartan shot 58% for the half. Just didn't get that many shots in the quarter.
They really did cut down on their turnovers in that third quarter, but for the game right now, Florida Southern with only 4 turnovers. They're really doing a nice job really at both ends of the floor. They've held Tampa to just 36 points through 3 quarters, a little over 10, what would it be, 12 points per quarter. Yeah. They're playing well. You can see why they lead the conference.
Lob into Robiton and stolen by Spartans. Nice job by Jeremy. Sanders can't get it to go. Warden with the rebound. She takes it back out.
Well, they did a great job of forcing the turnover at one end and then getting a layup at the other end. Didn't make it, but Rachel Warden was there. Good offensive rebound.
Need to make him pay here. Nice drive off the glass. Won't go, though. Top of the key. That's Giardina. Hands off to Ards. The freshman point guard running a veteran ball club. Drive by Giardina. Jump shot. Airballed it into the hands of Jeremy. That'll be rebound number 7 for Karma.
She's got 5 assists and 10 points. She could be in triple-double territory before this is over. Stasia Titer, by the way, really nice third quarter. She was 6 of 7 from the floor.
Kind of put the team on her back there to try to make the move. The ball out of bounds off Faith Sanders. Deflected by Florida Southern on the dribble, and it just hit Faith in the ankle and rolled out of bounds.
Tried to go behind her back to get out of trouble. Bounced it off her ankle. She knew it. And again, that's the 9th turnover now for Tampa. They have more than twice as many as Florida Southern in this game.
And Florida Southern had 2 turnovers in about the first 2 minutes and sat on that 2 for a long time. and still have just 5 now. The lead is 10 still for Florida Southern. Neither team has scored this quarter. Abney inside, pump fake. Oh, still
got it back.
Won't fall. Got her own rebound. Oh, but fouled.
Good job of staying with it there as the ball bounced free, and she managed to pick it up. Got a pretty good look, and now she'll try to shoot a couple. Blasic picking up her third foul. And again, we talked about Carmen Jeremy. They still show only 2 on the stats monitor. So
okay.
I'm not sure what the official scorebook has because that's the only thing that really matters.
First free throw good by Abney, her first points of the night. Misses that one. Fuse Robiton boards.
First missed free throw for the Spartans. They've only had 6 chances tonight. Wow.
Both teams shooting very well from the line today. Florida Southern, though, has had more than double the opportunity.
Yeah, 12 out of 14.
Fuse Robiton, a long 3. Wow. She'll burn you inside. She'll burn you outside.
She's tough. She really is good.
That gives her 21 on the day. Nice pass. Oh, Warden had a block by Fuse Robiton. They come back the other way.
Tom Jesse told me before the game he thinks that the player of the year in the Sunshine State Conference is going to come from this team, but he can't even name who it is because there's about 2 or 3 players that would be considered.
Wow.
Fuse Robiton, I think, as what we see here, would be good. But Giardina, who only has 2 points, 1 of 7 shooting in this game, is another that he mentioned that could very well be the player of the year as well. But Blasic is coming on strong right here at crunch time, and we're only, again, midway through the conference play.
Warden misses the shot. It hits the top of the backboard, and it will go to the Mocs. Williamson into the lineup now, replacing Claybrum.
Abney out. We see Cody back in. Pretty good stint for Abney. She only scored 1 point in her 9 minutes of play thus far, but I thought she did a pretty good job on the court running the team.
Step back. Drive the lane. Blasic can't get it to go. Cody with the rebound.
Well, that was a tough rebound, too. She was right under the basket, and it got to her in a hurry, and she was good hands. She took it strong.
Warden. And another turnover. Ards across the timeline. Guarded by Warden. Top of the key, Giordana. Pass taken by Cody. And the possession arrow will give the jump ball to Tampa.
Again, if you joined us late, Molly Franzen is out maybe for the season with another serious knee injury, having an MRI tomorrow, but it doesn't look good. This is her 3rd knee injury in her career, and bottom line is she might have played her last game, at least this season, maybe for her career. Just it's so frustrating because she's a good player and certainly a key part of this team. And we wish her well, and hopefully the MRI comes back with some good news.
Nice pass, Jeremy to Cody. Cody lays it in. Just her 2nd basket of the day, though. Lead is 10 for Florida Southern. Deep corner, now up top. Back to the corner. Fuse Robiton. Bounce pass inside to Williamson. Bounces around on Cody, puts it up. And a foul is going to be called on Cody. Cody's done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble. That'll be her 3rd. She picked one up within about, I think, less than 2 minutes into the game, her first one, and has avoided it pretty well since.
Williamson looking for her first points.
She's got it. Hits them both. 12-point lead.
Spartans got in there to where they were under the double-digit deficit, got it to single digits, but have not been able to get closer than, I think, 8 was the closest, wasn't it? Here in the second half.
Tyder's going to drive off the glass, won't roll in. Cody fights for it, tips it to Sanders. Tyder with a nice save. Time becoming critical. We're halfway through the quarter. Cody inside off the glass. Nice job.
Beautiful assist as well.
For the first part of the first quarter, Spartans were doing that at will and jumped out to the 10-2 lead. Then it got shut down. Lead is 10. 4:10 to go in the game. Foul called inside. I think they whistled it on Tyder. And we're going to take a timeout with 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Florida Southern 51, Tampa 41. This is Tampa Spartans.tv and the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose. Up at the Outpost. Krispy Kreme. Oh, I know students like to go there. For generations, Krispy Kreme's been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now. And you can book a beautiful room or suite at the Doubletree by Hilton, Tampa Airport West Shore. Their newly renovated Tampa Doubletree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. And finally, it's not whether you win or lose, it's where you celebrate the game. Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 1625 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City, is happy to welcome UT fans after the game.
(51-41) inbounds. Blasage. Ards, top of the key. 4 minutes to go in the game. Big possession for both teams here if the Spartans want to close the gap. 10 on the shot clock. Fuse Robiton, 21 points. Passes it up. Blasage inside. Kick, though, by Tampa. No foul called on Tampa.
I thought you were right the first time.
All right, I thought he
was. And they reset the shot clock.
Oh, that's what he said, 15.
Yeah.
He was telling him to reset the shot clock. So now down to 10 on the shot clock again. Ards with 5 on the shot clock. Step back 3 on the way. Air ball at Fuse Robiton. Rebounds and scores.
With 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's just a killer. Backbreaker. With 3:30 left, you can't allow that to happen.
She has 23, almost makes a steal. Jeremy bounces it into Cody. Cody kicks it out to Sanders. Drives the lane. Might have wanted to pop that shot from just inside the free throw line. I know you would have taken the shot. You might have stepped back.
I would
take that shot instead of drive.
Do want to thank, by the way, Rishi Barron.
Yeah.
Bay News 9 Spectrum Sports did a story on me, and obviously you were in it. I mentioned your name.
Saw me.
I saw you. I mentioned your name 3 times, but I guess you ended up on the editing room floor.
That
Jack.
hurt.
I'm sorry.
I felt the thud.
I'm sorry. I tried. But it was a story about me calling Trailblazers games, which I was again last week, called 4 games in 6 nights. The story, by the way, and the reason I bring it up is Molly Franzen is featured right at the start. She made a couple of baskets.
That's right.
And they were here shooting us the last home game. And so they're going to give her another free throw there because
lane violation.
Lane violation. I was just about to laugh. It was so obvious, and it was like, did you catch me? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, bottom line is Molly Franzen was featured in the first couple of baskets, first couple of plays, and I mentioned that to Molly, and she says, well, at least I'll always have that then, because it is on YouTube right now, it's at BN9 is their website, at Bay News 9, Spectrum Sports. We want to thank him, obviously. And
just to give everybody a quick capsule story here, Scott was a sportscaster in Portland for 34-plus years.
Yep.
Was from Tampa before Portland.
Worked here.
Retired, moved to Tampa because it's a beautiful place.
Yep.
And the Blazers' normal play-by-play announcers having medical situation and not able to travel on long road trips. So they scoured the Portland market looking for someone and said, we're calling Scott Lynn instead. So
from 3,000 miles away or whatever it is.
So Scott goes and does Blazer games when they have long road trips. He just did 4 games in 6 days, and now he's back covering D2 college sports.
Yep, and I love it. I love both of them.
Yeah.
You know, and Rishi asked me, he says, is it the same? I said, you know what? A last-second game-winning shot is the same.
Yep.
Whether there's 200 or 20,000 in the stands, you can't beat the excitement of calling a game winner. But I invite you all to enjoy the story. There's a game-winning three-pointer by Damian Lillard that I got to call earlier. Ouch. Both players
Karma Jeremy goes down and is not getting up quickly.
And she
toppling over one of the Florida Southern players.
She is in discomfort, hopefully not injured. Oh, boy, did she end up on her back?
I think she might have. No, the way she came down, I heard kind of a thud, and she might have just hit her a bone or something hard. I mean, it doesn't look like a knee injury kind of thing, but I'm thinking it's more of a hurt a lot as opposed to an injury.
Hopefully so. Obviously, if it was the head, you're going to need to, worry about concussion protocol and whatnot. But I don't think it was a head. I think it was, like you say, a heart. And I don't know if there was an arm, a hip,
elbow,
a back. It's just hard to know. I was screened out. So obviously it wouldn't be the back, or they wouldn't be getting her up right away.
I think she's just trying to. She's not limping coming off the floor for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think it.
Yeah, it's not a serious
she might have
injury.
slammed her kneecap.
I will say it's an ouchie more than an injury.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Something that hurts, like you said.
And we are not doctors.
No, we only pretend to be one from far away. It looks like she was holding her lower back, and now she's just kind of stretching out. So hopefully Karma Jeremy is going to be
She's tough as nails.
She is. And again, it's a 10-point game with 2:32 to play. She'll be back in if she can.
Yeah.
That's just the way she is.
Emily Ashu coming in.
But she did fall hard, and what a game, certainly, that she has
She has to come back in because she has 9 rebounds.
Yeah, Jeremy with 10 points, 9 boards, and 6 assists. She has been one of the bright spots, certainly, for the Spartans today. And a chance here to get within 8 once again.
This has been a Spartan kind of basketball game. They keep the score down, but 43 is just way too low even for the Spartans.
Ashu's a good free throw shooter.
She's shooting the free throws for Karma Jeremy.
Yeah.
Who went out. First points for Ashu. Off the bench, hits 1 of 2. Rebound, Claiborne.
She's an 89% shooter on the year. You hope that she would have
gotten
a cold
call.
Yeah,
coming off the bench.
The cold call it's difficult.
Yeah,
come right off.
Lead is 9 with almost just a little over 2 minutes to go.
That's just 3 threes.
Well, we've seen a 9-point deficit in less than 2 minutes evaporate.
On this floor.
On this floor about 3 weeks ago.
It was a men's game, however.
Fuse Robertson off the side of the backboard, so Spartans will get the ball.
That's one stop you had to make.
We'll pretend we're in that exact same scenario, a 2-point or a 9-point deficit with 2 minutes. Spartans have not taken many threes, though. They're 2 of 7. Florida Southern is 3 of 10, but you can't run the offense for too long here, though. Something's got to happen.
Sense of urgency, we always say.
Yep. Sanders drives too hard off the glass. Cody with a nice board, though.
Boy, that was a big offensive rebound.
Again, you cannot run a lot of clock, though.
I do like Lauren Cody's game today. She's playing more aggressively. Hasn't been as productive, executing, finishing and scoring and whatnot, but she's gone after the ball with authority, and I like that, and maybe that portends some good things for the second half of the conference season.
Minute 15, and a foul called on Titer. That will be foul 3, not foul 2.
Yeah, team foul number 2. So there's still, team foul number 3, I should say. And so they still have the ball out of bounds on the side. And if you're going to foul quickly to try to force them to shoot free throws, you're going to have to foul them right away. But you go for the steal first. Didn't get it.
So they didn't get the steal, and Fuse Robertson is fouled.
That's the team's fourth, so no free throws yet. But now they'll shoot the rest of the way. That was what you'd call a touch foul.
Yeah.
An intentional touch foul.
Just want you to know I want a foul called here.
Yep, I want a foul called.
There's the real foul.
Yep, and that'll put him on the line.
That'll put Ards on the line. She is a 53% shooter from the line.
Yep.
Am I reading that correctly?
Yes, you are.
All right.
24 out of 45 this year.
She's the one you want, but she hits the first.
You know, it's funny.
Odds are she'll miss this one.
Well, if percentages
Yes.
mean anything. But you know what? A lot of times at clutch time, even bad free throw shooters become
Like that.
good free throw shooters. And I couldn't even get it said before she hit them both.
Yep. Lead is 11. Minute 14 to go. Somebody needs to just take a big shot here. There's a good drive. Too many of those have just not fallen for the Spartans today, where most of the time they go down.
Yeah, they're just a little bit over anxious, I think, is
Yeah.
part of it. It's like they know they have to score. They know they have to do it in a hurry. Faith Sanders, who's just 1 for 6 from the floor today, does have 6 points, but she's missed a couple of those hard drives. Good hard drives to the basket. Just need to take a little bit off the shot as you put it off the glass.
By the way, men's game coming up at about 7:30. We'll have the call on that one. Cody out of the lineup. Griffin Dempsey in. I think Tom Jesse says, well, we got to start flinging from deep. Ards hits 3 in a row. Lead back to 13. Sanders quickly across the timeline, stops, drives the lane, surrounded. Foul called. Believe it's going to be on Fuse Robertson, number 24. That is correct.
What a game she has had, Fuse Robertson. 23 points. Has hit 2 of 3 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the line, 8 of 15 from the floor, and 15 rebounds.
She's not come out. She's played every minute of this game.
Wow. She might be your player of the year.
From our body of work, yes.
Yeah. From what we've seen of her, for sure.
And another turnover by the Spartans. No, but Dempsey tries to get it back. They go to the ground. Jump ball called. It'll be Florida Southern's ball. Turnover number 11 for Tampa. .40 seconds to go in the game. Florida Southern will improve its record to 13-3, 8-2 in the conference. Content to just dribble this one out. They will have to shoot with about 8 seconds on the game clock. Tampa not putting any pressure on them. They may even take the shot clock violation.
I had one of these last week where the Rockets actually were dribbling out the clock. They threw the ball to Chris Paul. He went and scored with 2 seconds left. Nobody contesting him, and Damian Lillard went over to him and
got in his face.
Got in his face and gave him the business. It was ugly.
Something not that way, but it has to do with a shot clock violation is a game for the Wisconsin Badgers men's team a couple years ago. They took a shot clock violation late in the game. It was their only turnover of the game and would have been the first team ever to never turn the ball over in a game.
Wow.
Game is over here, though.
It is.
57-44 is the final score. Tampa falls to 5-5 in the conference. 3 straight losses now in conference play. 12-5 on the season. Florida Southern 13-3 and 8-2 in the conference. For Tampa, 18 from Tyter, Ashu with a point, Sanders with 6, Abney with a point, Warden with 2, Jeremy 10, and Cody with 6. On the other end, Ards with 8, Claiborne with 9, Blasage with 11, Fuse Robertson 23, Aranda with 2, Williamson 2, Giardina with 2. So that is the final from here. 57-44 is the final. Men's game coming up at about 7:30. We will have that game right here on TampaSpartans.tv. So stay with us. We'll be back. Men's game in about 30 minutes. Jack and Scott will have the call. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to University of Tampa men's basketball. From the campus of the University of Tampa, the Tampa Spartans get ready to take on the Florida Southern Moccasins. Tampa comes into the game 7-8, 3-6 in the Sunshine State Conference. The Florida Southern Moccasins are 9-8, also 3-6 in the Sunshine State Conference. Everybody chasing Barry right now with a 7-2 record. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn with the broadcast of the game, and two teams that, as we are finishing the first half of the conference season, trying to position themselves to make any sort of a run for the second half.
Yeah, and both teams have had some disappointment in the first half. I mean, you talk about Tampa. Since we last talked, they lost back-to-back games on the road. At Rollins, 71-69 on a buzzer-beating three-pointer at the final horn. And then they lost at Florida Tech 96-74, getting into this game. So the Spartans have lost their last two. Meantime, Florida Southern has lost 3 in a row, and 2 of those games were overtime losses on their home floor. One was a single overtime, another one a double overtime. In fact, their last game out, it was an unbelievable 117-111 double overtime loss to Rollins at home. So the Moccasins, who are used to winning championships, are not used to being down at the bottom, and part of the problem they've had is they're 1-3 in overtime this year.
All right, a quick run through the starting lineups for today's game for the Tampa Spartans. Starting number 5 is Freddie Ibrahim, a 6'3 junior from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Number 11 is Marcel Robinson, a 6'5 senior from Montego Bay, Jamaica, via Palm Bay High School and Heritage High School, Palm Bay, Florida. Number 13 is Makai Biffle, a 6'2 sophomore from Indianapolis Lawrence Central High School. Number 21, Anthony Gamble, locally grown here in the Tampa area, the 6'5 junior from Riverview, Florida. And number 25 is Pat Bacon, a 6-foot junior from Indianapolis Lawrence North High School. Spartans are coached by Richard Schmidt. Associate head coach is Justin Pekka. For Florida Southern coming into this game, as we mentioned, a record of 9-8, 3-6 on the season. Number 3, Jonathan Lawton, a 6'2 junior from Williamstown, New Jersey. Number 11 is Brett Hansen, a 6'2 sophomore from Manchester, New Hampshire. Number 25, Slinky Jones, a 6'7 junior from Newburgh, New York. Number 33, Jack Roush, is a 6'7 sophomore from Syracuse, New York. And number 34, Ben Morello, a 6'6 junior from Port Orange, Florida.
And certainly for Tampa, one of the big problems is Duke Shelton, their automatic double-double guy, was injured in the loss at Rollins, only played 4 minutes in that game, did not play at Florida Tech. He is in street clothes and on crutches here today.
He said he's hoping to be back by Wednesday, but we'll see.
Okay, I hope so.
He said it was a bad one, a bad sprained ankle. Florida Southern in the red wins the tip. Bouncing it inside, they go to Roush. Roush backing in Ibrahim, tips it up, no good. Ibrahim tips it away. And coming out of the pack, Pat Bacon fighting for it. Possession arrow, I believe they called a jump, is to Tampa. Looking over at the Tampa bench, Justin Pekka alluded to it, and you brought up the fact that Duke Shelton is out. The Spartans have only 5 other players dressed.
Yeah, Nikola Marijan is not dressed either, is he today?
He is, but...
oh, yes, he is.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see him there.
But that is it. Inside, Marcel Robinson lays it up too hard, gets his own rebound, feeds Bacon. Bacon with a pump fake. Ibrahim holds it and resets. Biffle, Robinson, top of the key. Whistle called away from the ball. I think they got Anthony Gamble with an away from the ball foul.
He was setting a pick and set a moving pick and got caught doing it.
Roush to inbound. Gets it to Lawton. This is a team that likes to score. They score 85 a game, give up 84. So their goal is to outscore you when it's all said and done. And Lawton hits the shot, and it's 2-0 Florida Southern.
He's their leading scorer, 20 points a game, and almost 23 points a game in SSC games.
Spartans with the ball. Bacon finds Ibrahim. Lawton, one of the top 5 scorers in the conference. Robinson drives, lays it up and in. Nice drive. Beat Jones down the baseline or the free throw lane and put it in. 2-2.
I was surprised you didn't say he slinked his way past Slinky Jones. You still have a lot of opportunity, perhaps.
I did. I was going to save it for the right moment.
Oh, and I blew it for you. I'm sorry.
All right, let me cross that off the list.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Steal by Robinson. Steal actually by Gamble to Robinson. And a nice drive by Marcel off the glass and in.
Marcel with a couple of nice finishes here in the early going. He's known as a shooter from the outside, but you have seen he can get to the basket.
But,
too.
you know, that has been key to Marcel over the years, though. He gets a couple of those baskets like that, sees the ball go through, and he gets hot from the outside. Slinky Jones missing that one. Foul called, and no, I think it is a foul called, and I think it is on Slinky.
Yeah, coming up over the back, trying to grab his offensive rebound. Jones is 6'7", very athletic. You can see he has that length and long arms and jumping ability, so if you can get him on your back, you might get the foul called, and they did.
Biffle holding the ball, guarded by Morello. Bacon's going to drive the lane, take it all the way, he lays it up and in.
And a very quick timeout here. Michael Donnelly saying, hey. Oh, I thought he called timeout.
I thought he did too.
But they pointed to the bench. And
he's going to use this opportunity. Oh, I think.
Oh, yeah, we have an injured player.
Injured player, Lawton.
Ooh,
twisting his ankle, and they're taking him out immediately.
So, yeah, Tyler Smith's coming in for him. You know, we saw in the women's game earlier, the Tampa women jumped out to a 10-2 lead, and then it was all Florida Southern. 57-44 was the final. Good start here for the men as well. Hopefully they can keep it going for longer.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Florida Southern retaining possession.
Pat Bacon did a nice job tapping the ball away. It ended up going off the foot of one of the Spartans, out of bounds.
Morello's going to drive the lane unimpeded, and he lays it in.
He beat his defender, and there was no help defense either. Got all the way to the rim.
Florida Southern's already gone to the bench for 2 substitutions. As you mentioned, Scott, Tyler Smith is a freshman, traveling call here, a freshman out of Richmond, Indiana. And also into the lineup is Tyler Ross, a senior 6'6" out of St. John, Indiana. Morello, guarded by Gamble. Try to go inside, stolen by Biffle. Biffle racing to the other end, doesn't have numbers, so he pulls it back. Skip pass to Gamble and tipped out of bounds. Ross saw it. This is one of those rivalry games. There are basically four schools in this part of the state, and 3 or 4 schools in the Miami part of the state. And then you have Embry-Riddle kind of off on its own, Florida Tech off on its own. But you take Eckerd. Ooh, there's a little push. Marcel Robinson has the ball go out of bounds. You take Eckerd, St. Leo, Florida Southern, and Tampa, all within the greater Tampa area, more or less.
Yeah. Biffle, by the way, tried to skip pass. It was a little dangerous, and then that one he just threw away as he overled Robinson, who looked at him like, hey, I'm not that big.
3, no good. Rebounded by Biffle. Comes back the other way.
Mackay gets the ball back.
Bacon looking to drive, and foul called. Pat was headstrong. He was going to get that shot, and eventually he was fouled by Tyler Smith. And we have reached the under 16 timeout. Tampa on top 6-4. Mackay Biffle, I think, looking for something, a tooth or a
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Tampa Airport West Shore. Book a beautiful room or suite at their newly renovated Tampa Doubletree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. And for generations, Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now.
You know, you look at the team stats for both these teams. Tampa's averaging 80 points a game, 76 in conference, whereas Florida Southern averaging 86 a game overall, but 88 in conference.
Well, and the other thing is, though, since the loss of Duke Shelton in that game, the Spartans scored 69 and 74 in their last two games. They are going to have a more difficult time without their big guy in the middle.
And there is no doubt he is a walking double-double.
Yeah. He's averaged that on the season. And again, the three previous games to that, the Spartans had scored over 90. So he's a huge factor in the offense and everything that the Spartans try to do.
He's a defensive presence as well.
Block shots, yeah.
And just being there, just so you're on his mind when you drive. Nice drive by Morello. Missed, tipped up, no good. Tipped up again, off the rim. Bacon finally corrals it. Trying to dash the length of the floor, up, off the glass, and in, and he takes it length of the court.
I think he got away with a double dribble back in the back court.
To start the whole thing?
I think so, but that's okay if you're a Spartan fan.
It was so quick, only the announcers were able to see it.
That's right, we had a good angle.
Morello missing. Biffle high to get the board. Biffle to fire. Off the rim, no good. We come back the other way to Hansen. Kicks it out. Shot on the way. Good. Recently in the lineup is Trey Diggs from Niceville, Florida. Knocks down the three. Diggs is a freshman. It's a very young Florida Southern team. 2 years removed from an NCAA Division II national championship.
By the way, Jonathan Lawton has been running up and down the court behind the bench, and he is now coming back into the game.
Okay.
The trainer just gave coach the word, and he
That's
says,
good to
well,
see.
then let's get him right back in.
Biffle with a nice off-balance shot, got fouled and made it. 12-6 Tampa, he goes to the line. Michael Donnelly wanting an explanation.
Yeah, he says, my defender had his hands straight up. How can that be a foul? And it's being explained to him how it is a foul. Mekhi Biffle has, again, moved into the starting lineup in recent games. And, you know, he's very athletic, gets a lot of good things done. I mentioned his, a pass or two, but he's done a lot of very positive things.